Hi friends, today we are going to understanding about the topic is biomedical waste management. Myself Vinoli, working as a tutor in Tribulum College of Nursing. Let's get on to the video. At the end of this section, we will be able to introduction about the biomedical waste management, causes, classification of biomedical management, and sources of biomedical waste, effects of biomedical waste, methods of disposable waste, steps of biomedical waste, and color coding of segregation and conclusion. What is waste is? Something which is not put into proper usage at a given time. Biomedical waste. Any waste which is generated during the diagnosis and treatment or immunization of human beings or animals or in research activities pertaining thereto or in the productions or testing of biological. The causes are the improper packaging, segregation, treatment and disposal of biomedical waste. Next, we'll move on to the classification of biomedical waste. There are various types of biomedical wastes are there. So let's see some wastes. One is infectious waste, pathological waste, shops, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste, wastes with high content of heavy metals, pressurized containers, radioactive waste. Infectious waste. Infectious waste suspected to contain insufficient quantity to cause diseases in susceptible host. Some examples bacteria, viruses, parasites, or fungi. And cultures and stocks of infectious agents from laboratory work and waste from surgeries on patients with infectious disease and infected animals from laboratories. So these kind of the waste is which is called infectious waste. The second one is the pathological waste. It consists of tissues, organs, body parts, human fetus, and animal causes, and blood and body fluids. The third waste is shops. These are the items that could cause cuts or puncture the wounds, including needles, scalpel, and other blades, knives, infusion sets, saws, broken glasses, and nails. The fourth one is the pharmacological wastes. It includes expired, unused, splint, and contaminated. For example, pharmaceutical products, drugs, vaccines, and sera. Genotoxic waste. Genotoxic waste is highly hazardous and may have mutagenic, teratogenic, carcinogenic properties. It raises serious safety problems and both inside hospitals and after disposable and should be given special attention. It includes certain cytotoxic drugs, vomit, urine, or feces from patients treated with cytotoxic drugs, chemicals, and radioactive material. Sixth one is the chemical waste. It consists of disordered, for example, solid, liquid, and gaseous chemicals. Chemical waste may be hazardous or non-hazardous. It is considered to be hazardous if it has at least one of the following properties should be there. One is toxic, corrosive, acids of pH less than 2 and bases of pH more than 12, flammable, reactive and genotoxic. The seventh one is wastes with high content of heavy metals. It represents a subcategory of hazardous chemical waste and is usually highly toxic. It includes batteries, broken thermometer, blood pressure gauges. Pressurized containers. Many types of gas are used in healthcare and often stored in pressurized cylinders, cartridges, and aerosol cans. Most common gases used in healthcare includes anesthetics gases, ethylene oxide, oxygen, compressed air. The last one is radioactive waste. It includes the X-rays, alpha and beta particles and gamma rays emitted by radioactive substances. Alpha particles are heavily positively charged and include protons and neutrons. They are low penetrating power and are hazardous to humans mostly when inhaled or ingested. Whereas the beta particles are negatively or positively charged electrons with a significant ability to penetrate human skin. They affect health through ionizations of intracellular proteins and proteination components. Sources of biomedical waste. It is generated primarily from healthcare establishments, including hospitals, nursing homes, veterinary hospitals, clinics and general practitioners, dispensaries, blood banks, animals house and research institutes, and other sources of household things is the domestic sector generates biomedical waste to small extent which is less than about 0.5% of the total waste generated in household. Industries, education, institutes and research centers. This also generate biomedical waste in substantial quantities. The type of the waste generated from an animal houses is typically animal tissues, organs, body parts, and corpses, body fluids, blood, etc. of experimental animals. Blood banks and clinical laboratories. Blood bank and laboratories generate most of the categories of biomedical waste. Healthcare establishments. The sources of biomedical waste generated in healthcare setting. Next, we'll move on to the effects of biomedical waste. The improper management of biomedical waste causes serious environmental problem in terms of air, water, land pollution. Air pollution. Air pollution can be caused in both indoors and outdoors. Biomedical waste that generates air pollution is of three types. One is biological, chemical, and radioactive. Indoor air pollution. Hospital acquired infections, nosocomial infection. Indoor air pollution can cause due to poor ventilation, the paints, carpet, furniture, equipments, etc. used in the rooms. Use of chemicals, disinfectants, fumigations, etc. also indoor air pollutions. Outdoor air pollution. Outdoor air pollution can be caused by pathogens. When waste without pre-treatment is being transported outside the institution or if it is dumped openly, pathogens can enter the atmosphere, drinking water, foodstuff, soil, etc. Water pollution. Biomedical waste can cause water pollution if the waste is dumped in low-lying areas or into lakes and water bodies can cause severe water pollution. Treatment or disposable action can also cause water pollution. Water pollution can either be caused due to biological and chemical or radioactive substances. Land pollution. Open dumping of biomedical waste is the generate causes of for land pollution. The soil pollution from biomedical waste is caused due to infectious waste, discarded medicines and chemicals. Heavy metals such as cadmium, lead, mercury, etc., which is or presence in the wastes will get absorbed by plants and can then enter the food chains. Next, we'll move on to the methods of disposal of biomedical waste and their segregations. So there are many wastes categories are there. One is human anatomical waste, animal waste, microbiology and biotechnology waste, waste shops, discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs, solid waste, liquid waste, incineration ash, chemical waste. The human anatomical wastes, which is disposable for incineration and deep burial. And animal waste is also incinerations and deep burial. Microbiology and biotechnology wastes or local autoclaving and microclaving and incinerations. The wastes of the shops things, the disposable disinfections by chemical treatment, autoclaving, microwaving and mutilations and shadings. Discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs are disposable of incineration, destructions and drugs disposable in secured landfills. The solid wastes are the disposable of incinerations, autoclaving, microwaving. The liquid wastes are the disposable of disinfections by chemical treatment and discharge into drains. The incineration ashes are disposable in municipal landfill. The chemical wastes are disposable of the chemical treatment and discharge into trains for liquids and secured land for solids. Next, we'll move on to the steps in the management of biomedical waste. The first step is survey of waste generator. And the second step is segregations of hospital waste. And the third step is collections and categorizations of waste. The fourth step is storage of waste not beyond 48 hours. The fifth step is transportations of the waste. The sixth step is treatment of the wastes. Next, we'll move on to the color coding for segregations of biomedical waste. There are many color codings are there. One is yellow, red, blue and white and black. The yellow color which is involved the wastes are human and animal anatomical waste, microbiology waste and soiled cotton, dressings, linen and beddings, etc. The red colors which is involved the wastes is tubings, catheters and IV sets. The blue and white color coding is which is involved the wastes or waste shops things like needles, syringes, scalps and blades, etc. The black color is which is involved the wastes or discarded medicines, cytotoxic drugs and incineration ash and chemical wastes. So the yellow color coding bag is which is treatment of incineration and deep burial. And the red color coding of the bag is which is autoclaving and microwaving and chemical treatment. And blue and white color coding is which is autoclaving and microwaving, chemical treatment and destructions and shreddings. Finally, the black color coding is which is the treatment is disposable in secured landfills. That's today. Hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching.